We'll turn now to the unfolding scandal involving former CIA Director David Petraeus. Earlier this morning, I spoke to Greg Rinckey, a lawyer and former attorney with the U.S. Army's JAG Corps. He joined me from Albany via Skype to discuss some of the legal issues involved. Good morning, Greg.
Good morning.
Thanks a lot for coming on this morning. Now, you're up in Albany, and this is such a fast-moving story, and I'm sure, given your experience in the military and now as a lawyer, you have a lot of thoughts on the situation. So let's talk about two issues. I want to focus on the civilian law issues and also the military law implications of this case. Let's look at civilian law and what the FBI might be looking at here.
Well, I think you have the FBI investigating to see was there any breach of confidential material between General Petraeus and Paula Broadwell. It appears that there is some sort of confidential classified information on Paula Broadwell's computer. It appears it did not come from General Petraeus. I'm sure the FBI is interested in knowing where it did come from. As I understand, the FBI executed a warrant, I believe, yesterday on her home. So they're very interested in knowing where this classified information came from.
And then, of course, now there's another senior official ensnared by this thing, General John Allen, and I guess there's a whole bunch of emails between him and another character in this case, Jill Kelly.
Yes.
And go ahead, I'm sorry.
It's very interesting in how this is now widening to other high-ranking generals. It appears that there is 20 to 30,000 potential pages of emails that were exchanged between Jill Kelly and General Allen. Whether or not they were indicative of a relationship or just a friendly relationship or an adulterous affair, I think it's not clear yet.
Now, how do you react to, there seems to be some, traffic, at least from where I'm sitting, a line of almost criticism suggesting that should the FBI really be looking at emails that might seem on the face of it, flirty or whatever it might be, but no real national security implications, and this is just kind of rank gossip. I mean, how would you react to that criticism?
Well, I think we have to remember that it was Jill Kelly that involved the FBI. She reported that she was getting threatening emails that came from it. Ultimately, we learned that those threatening emails, it looks like, came from Paula Broadwell. So they were investigating potential threats that were coming by email. So to have them investigate, that's clearly is authorized. And whether or not now that they've stumbled across other emails, is it broadening? I don't think you have the FBI now reading General Allen's emails. It's likely that you have military JAG lawyers reading it because now it's potentially an adulterous affair that he's involved in or conduct unbecoming of an officer and a gentleman. So
yeah. Let's move to the military side of things. And of course, there's martial law. You were in the Army JAG Corps. What are the military law implications here?
Yeah, under the UCMJ, adultery is potentially criminal, and also conduct unbecoming of an officer and a gentleman. And the fact that General Allen was married, and if he was involved in some sort of relationship with Jill Kelly, even if it didn't involve sex and is not adultery, it could still be criminalized under the UCMJ.
Now, is that a law that's on the books that's rarely prosecuted and it's just there because of sort of a legacy thing, or it actually is enforced heavily by the military?
Conduct unbecoming of an officer is not enforced very often through court-martial. However, it's enforced along with adultery through administrative processes, usually Article 15, non-judicial punishment, or a letter of reprimand.
I see. Well, Greg, thank you so much for coming on this morning.
My pleasure.